For more perspective on the Asian Union, let's now speak to Dr. Sreeram Chaulia, Dean of the Jindal School of International Affairs. Mr. Chaulia, welcome to RC. Russia says what's happening in Ukraine isn't the reason why it's reorienting towards China. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. I think the Ukraine episode is a recent one, while these negotiations with China, as well as with, I must mention for your viewers that Russia has also been speaking to India for an oil pipeline via China. That's worth $30 billion. And then there's also talks about creating another gas pipeline linking Russia with South Korea via Japan. So all these have been, spoken about for a long time because Russia has an Asian identity, and Russia also envisages a Eurasian Union and is thinking about strengthening and uniting the Eurasian landmass, which is of great strategic and geoeconomic significance to the world. And so I think this is not to be read purely in terms of a counter to Western sanctions in Ukraine, but in a more wider, broader context, where Russia is in a way energizing all these relationships and these interlocking web of mutual economic benefit that will link Russia closer to Asian countries, Asian powerhouses, and in the long run create an alternative to the US dollar and to American hegemony over Europe.
Russia has the resources, of course, China has the demand, but is the trust there? A few short decades ago, they were two enemies.
Yeah, but remember, Russia and China have settled their border dispute, which was simmering for many decades. And Russia and China increasingly, I would call, are the two pillars of the emerging multipolarity in the world order. They are the strongest and the most committed to creating an alternative international system where the West is not calling all the shots, determining the energy prices, and dictating who smaller countries should buy their oil or gas from. And so I think Russia is also, in a way, benefiting these Asian economies, large ones like India, China, Korea, and Japan, by giving them more options and by also enhancing their own domestic industrialization and modernization processes, which are essential for these growth engines to keep on chugging.
If you were Vladimir Putin, would you have second thoughts about helping China, a potential rival, become even stronger via lucrative energy deals?
I think, you see, the China and Russia have had problems in the past, especially because of the unsettled border. But now we are in a different phase, and I think the strategic trust has increased. I like President Putin's phrase, strategic energy alliances. These are not just for economics. These are also for creating a geopolitical unity and a binding, and to reduce tensions amongst ourselves in the Eurasian landmass so that we can stand up and not be prey to divisions and divide and rule strategies of the Western Europeans or the Americans. So at the same time, Russia, of course, will continue to sell to Europe, but the point is it's also a hedging strategy for them. But more importantly, from the point of view of Asian countries, we need Russia and we need Russian energy in order for us to grow. And in that sense, we are, in a way, enhancing each other's growth prospects and eventually standing up to create a more equitable world order.
Dr. Sreeram Chaulia, Dean of the Jindal School of International Affairs. Mr. Chaulia, Dr. Chaulia, I should say, thank you very much indeed for your time.